and welcome back. Today we are going to be making a lake on my island. I had a really nice vision for this in my head, a rough outline. I used some Pinterest inspiration photos. It did not turn out anything like I thought it would. This took me 2 weeks off and on of building. So long, like 2 real life weeks. And I obviously did a lot of time traveling because I was moving houses around and placing infrastructure. This was around the time that I realized I should have been using the sand path instead of the dark dirt path to make my little stepping stone places because they match the color of the light dirt path. And then I wanted to die because I had to redo all the pathing. This happened several times because, again, I didn't have a concrete plan in my head, and this is a mess. I really like what the final product ended up being, even though it's very different from what I thought it would be in my head. I wanted to have a lot of little lakes up on the second level, like some sort of small water feature. I'm not an expert when it comes to fillers. I know there are a lot of guides on YouTube and on Instagram of doing little filler areas. I have a lot of pictures saved on Instagram of little filler areas, but none of them really spoke to me for this particular build. I am really happy with all of the villager yards though. I used some inspiration from Instagram from various accounts that have small like 3x3 builds going on that they did. So that really helped in terms of what I wanted each one to be and kind of laying them out. A lot of them ended up being focused on plants, some of them for cooking. The cooking thing obviously is more so for me because then I don't have to go into somebody's house to use their oven if I want to cook something. It's always convenient, I think, to have a crafting bench, a cooking appliance, and a storage shed within like an acre of your island. I'm realizing now probably that my island could do with more colored flowers as opposed to just the blue, white, purple, and pink and green. I did have yellow. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I think I'm going to bring it back a little bit. I did get some yellow pansies from a treasure island because I didn't want to wait for them to grow, so I will probably sprinkle them out somewhere throughout the rest of my island. I might even replace some of the flowers around here with them. If I did that, you will see that now as I'm going through the walkthrough. Anyway, thank you guys so much for sticking with me through this very long, very arduous task. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to take a break in real life. I feel like this whole entire build really gave me burnout. Unintentionally, partially because I wanted to finish it, but also because I didn't have a clear idea of what I wanted to do. I'm better at making smaller spaces like with the Happy Home builds than I am with some of the larger spaces that were given on our island. I know I did a whole video on how to tackle terraforming. I did not take my own advice. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Please leave any comments, feedback, and suggestions down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.